right, well, it's another weekend. And I'm here with American Krogan. How's it going, buddy?
It is going. I am doing all right. How are you?
Oh, pretty good. Let's see here. Somewhere in this program, we should be able to see my game. Oh, there we go. All right. And you can join whenever. So, Johnny 5K, how's it going? Rand, KNet, Charlemagne, Spencer. I'm doing pretty good. Charlemagne prefers Left 4 Dead 1. You mean you prefer the campaigns or the game itself? Because we still have access to the Left 4 Dead 1 campaigns like No Mercy, but it's going to include some of the Left 4 Dead 2 special infected, like the Spitter and the Jockey. There's probably a way to turn off the new special affected as well. So, let's see here. You know, when me and Krogan started streaming a long time ago, Left 4 Dead is what we started with. And there was some great clips of me and him. You know, we hadn't played Left 4 Dead in a while, right? And we were sort of rusty, and we were playing these campaigns and getting knocked around by tanks. We flew off some cliffs and off of the top of No Mercy Hospital quite a few times. So I think that's what I want to do. The original campaign, No Mercy. We'll see if we can get through it without, you know, flying off the top. So Krogan's gonna be Francis, huh?
Francis.
Naturally, I'll be Bill. And then we'll start this up.
Yeah, somebody told me yesterday, they're like, oh, hey, Krogan, look, State of Decay 2 Juggernaut Edition is on sale for $10. And it's like, I don't really have any interest in that. And like, you know, there's a variety of reasons for it. I probably just wouldn't have a lot of time to play in that kind of game. It's just kind of a time investment game, I feel like, from what I remember of the demo. But I also remember from the demo, it's like all the characters were either non-white or homosexual. And it was just like, you know, it's just kind of, it just becomes tiresome after a while. It's like, can I play just a guy who reflects me? You know?
Might not be a bad
Is that too much
idea
to ask
get off the
for?
street.
Let me see.
Apparently it is.
Bum up the volume here too. I know. I think the volume's fine. I forgot that I have some mods installed because I did play this game on Easter. So I have a bunch of Easter mods installed. So we're all just gonna have to accept that there's a bunch of Easter mods happening on my screen. So like my health packs are Easter bunnies. All right. Charlemagne is giving his assessment of Left 4 Dead 2 Special Infected in the chat. Johnny 5K says.
Yeah, sorry.
Johnny 5K says Borderlands 3 is free in the Epic Store right now.
It is. It is. See, you know, but you know, I want to do a stream. I'm probably going to do a stream with Dave Martell tomorrow. And one thing I want to talk about is like what kind of games people should be playing and what kind of games they shouldn't be playing. And I just feel like Borderlands and games like that are just huge time wasters. Like, I mean, I guess I also just find them like incredibly boring.
Reloading.
Yeah.
And it's not like they have like good paradigms in them. I mean, like all the characters are kind of woke in one way or another. I mean, and it's just gotten, you know, progressively worse over time.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the first game wasn't that bad, but the subsequent games got worse and worse. And I guess definitively too, I just find those games to be utterly boring. Like, I remember I had a friend years and years ago. I played I think it was the first one with. I just kept falling asleep while we were playing it.
Oh, and I feel like with
Station's just up the street.
with those sorts of games, you know, once you've played them enough, you sort of get that sort of like, okay, I'm in the Skinner box feel, you know what I mean? Oh, shit. Oh. Come on. Could have made a better attempt at that, but that is what happened.
Bunch of guns over here. Damn it.
I hear a boomer.
This way, people.
Yeah. So, a number of people have been asking in chat, this is the last stream with Krogan. What's happening to him? Oh. They want to know if you're going to prison, Krogan. Because the title of my stream is This is the last stream. I said last stream with American Krogan.
Safe house ahead.
So they want to check to see if you're safe.
Yeah.
Are you going to prison, Krogan?
Yes. I've been found out.
Into the safe room, people.
What did you do this time?
I was racist on Twitter.
Oh, no. Straight to the slammer. Right into solitary confinement for the rest of your days. So, you know, it's really cool to be playing Left 4 Dead with Krogan again. You know, just like how we started so long ago. This is going to be the last stream with Krogan, not because Krogan's going away, but because I'm going away. So, yeah. That was Krogan, by the way. So, you know, you're not gonna... You know, I've made some decisions. There's gonna be some other things happening for me in my life. We're not gonna be doing the gaming streams anymore. You know, I appreciate all you, KNat, Ando, Johnny. Those of you who have caught multiple of, or many of my gaming streams, and, especially like the Wednesday streams where we analyzed all sorts of really anti-white, anti-Western, anti-Christian, all sorts of like degenerate stuff in our Wednesday streams, where we've looked at these memes that games have been suggesting, you know, even calling into question whether building a family is good. It's very weird to see, like, if we think about this in a very scientific sense, it's very weird to see media produced by an organism calling into question whether, like, living and breeding is ethical. And yet that's what we're seeing. An organism questioning the ethics of existing.
How about those anti-breastfeeding arguments lately in the press?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's 1,800 hours of unpaid labor embargo.
Uh-oh.
God. That baby is just a parasite.
Yeah. Imagine looking at your own children as, like, fundamentally parasitical.
Yeah, you know, you're looking at your baby, you're just thinking, like, man, why aren't you paying me for my labor?
Yeah. What? You
People
look
laugh
at
that up. It's just
you look at your baby who's like crying because he's hungry again, and you're just like, you look at your baby and you're like, you're so selfish, you fucking baby.
yeah, and then
you just
all these
want,
people,
don't you? Well, what about my needs, baby? You've never helped me with the dishes or anything.
Those arguments, they'll all, you know, look at a picture of, you know, a little Mexican woman breastfeeding, and then they'll think it's the most endearing, wonderful thing ever, and it's just the double standards are just jarring.
Yeah.
It's just incredible. You know, how a little white liberal woman will think breastfeeding her own child is repulsive, but then they'll just totally think a little Mexican woman doing it is wonderful.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, it's like, yeah. Well, there's a lot we could say about that.
Wait up, this will only take a second.
95K wants to know if I'm going to prison. I'm not going to prison.
Look out!
Whoop. I mean, I'm gonna be involved in some other things in life, some other projects. And because of that, ultimately, I'm ending the game streams. And, you're not going to see much of embargo, right? So, like, this is the channel gaming embargo, and my main channel is intellectual embargo, and my Twitter and all that. I mean, you're not going to see much from Embargo from here on, right? That's just the way it is, ultimately. You know, obviously I'm in real life. I'm going to be doing things. You might occasionally see, maybe I'll occasionally get on Twitter for the latest hot take, you know? Or, you know, my explanations about why cottage cheese is the most underrated cheese. It's one of my favorite Twitter topics, by the way. Oh. Wasn't expecting him.
You know, playing this again, I'm reminded about how like the game volume adjustments in some games are just actually so bizarre. Like, it doesn't feel like the volume actually lowers significantly until I get down to like 10% or like 5%.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm at 10% right now. I think there's not a percentage meter, but it's extremely low, and yet it's still exceedingly loud.
Yeah, yeah.
So
I just turned mine down, and mine is incredibly low. It's a sliver. Oh no, it's another witch. I'm avoiding her. There's a witch on the left side. Oh, crap. Also, where are you? You're a million miles away, as per usual.
Yeah, I was messing with my volume.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Again, sorry.
Oh!
Oh no! I didn't even know she was there.
Yeah, well that's what you weren't in the thing yet, right? So I was saying she's on the left side. I thought you were in the road with me, but
boy.
you weren't here yet, so it wouldn't have made sense to you.
Get to the punch. Bull frickin' horse shit. Let me heal you up.
No, Ellis, Lewis, I don't want to heal up here. Lewis, what are you doing? Why are you? I'm gonna die. You're gonna get me killed. Stop it. Stop it.
The door's open.
No, it's not. And I know what you're doing. And it's not fair.
All right, Lewis, you stay out there.
I got 1% health. Oh, wait, let me heal up.
Lewis is just permanently out there. What the heck? Get in here already. What? Whoa. Bitter goo.
Get inside.
What is happening? Nero says, are we getting the embargo
should-
movie? No. No. No embargo movie.
It should end, though, because we're the only 2 human players in here, and it shouldn't matter whether he should, like, just teleport in here, so maybe they changed something?
No, I mean, he does have to get his butt in here. Or fall.
Oh. Maybe, what game am I thinking of where that... You know, I think the last time I played a Left 4 Dead-like game, maybe I played the demo for, what's it called? The spiritual successor. Chinese studio bought a gaming Dark Turtle Studios or something like
Turtle Rock?
Turtle Rock Studios, yeah. They bought what's the game? It's the spiritual successor.
Back for Blood?
Back for Blood. Back for Blood, yeah. I think in that game, I think in that game the AI just teleports in if the human players are all in the safety room.
Oh, really? Huh.
I think so. There's definitely a game that does that. That's like Left 4 Dead, and I'm just confusing that.
Nume says I'm keeping the brother down. Talking about Lewis outside of the safe room. Well, you know, he wouldn't get in, even when I left the door open. Doesn't know how to use the door.
Right. I saw a zombie climbing up the roof to the pipe on the roof with a health pack on his back.
Oh.
First time I've seen a zombie with a health pack.
Oh, there he is. Yeah. They're like survivors. Like they're like us, who like got infected much later. So here he is. He just dropped a Molotov and
I don't
pills.
remember that being a mechanic. Is that? Did they add that in like a couple years back or something? Like.
I don't know if it's always been in Left 4 Dead 2 or if it came later, but yeah, he was like one of us. So he was running around with his health pack and his pills, and if you knocked him out, you get his stuff. Oh, didn't know you could come up this way. Patricia says, why is Embargo streaming? Well, this is my normal schedule. But obviously, after this weekend, you know, there is no normal schedule, right? So this will be the last weekend of streaming for me.
Now, the first time you ever played this game, was it on Xbox or was it on PC?
First time was PC. Left 4 Dead.
I think the first time I ever played a Left 4 Dead was on Xbox 360.
I never owned an Xbox 360.
Well, aren't you special?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think I ever owned a gaming PC until like 2011.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I mean, as a kid, we had like a regular PC and like there was Doom and some other stuff that I think my dad put on it.
Weapon over here.
Oh, man, yeah, I don't think. Maybe I got Doom and put it on it. I don't remember. I know I played Doom on it.
I mean, I always played computer games more than anything else. I remember when I was a kid, I would play. It was a DOS computer, so not Windows yet. MS-DOS, and I had these 5 1/4-inch floppy disks, the big black squares, right? Not the smaller floppy disks, but the bigger ones. There's like the 3, the 5, and the 8-inch. So I had the 5-inch floppies, and I had like Missile Command and Asteroids and yeah, that sort of stuff. What is it? Centipede? Played a lot of Centipede as a kid. But then eventually I got like my friend, when I had Windows, my friend loaned me the floppy disks for SimCity, right? So the original SimCity. Yeah, so I was always PC gaming, you know, as a kid. I did have a Nintendo at some point, and then a Super Nintendo, and that's the one that I've definitely played the most of in terms of console gaming. This is really bad. Oh, you better run, Krogan. See if you can get to the safe room. If you have pills, you don't have pills. You gotta get to the safe room or something. Uh-oh. There.
Yeah, it has to do with the ping.
Okay.
Like, you know, data packet loss.
No, it's all good. It's all good. It's we're supposed to lose occasionally.
You're not on, what is this, normal?
Yeah, it's whatever. You know, not a big deal. NBD, we got this.
Weapon over here.
Yeah, I mean, this is what was always unfortunate about you and I playing together, especially in this game, even though it's co-op.
Oh, there he is.
I get a lot of data packet loss. Like I'll be shooting at zombies and the bullets don't register, and yeah, it's still fun. Still fun.
Is this him? Oh no. Oh yeah, this is him, isn't it? Yeah, so there's his health back. Obviously, it's a rabbit.
Yeah,
on
like
my
there,
screen.
it registered as me shooting you, even though like my crosshairs were like nowhere near you. So.
Get on the lift.
All right, I'll use my rabbit on the lift.
Cover me.
All pro gamers blame it on ping, says Johnny 5K. Well, exactly. That's how you know we're pro gamers. It's like you're just walking along and it's like, lag.
What are you doing?
Lagging.
Oh, lagging. Oh, well that makes sense. Now I understand what's going on.
Grab these pills. Uh-oh. Whoa. This is some, okay. Well, give me a second. Never mind. Don't grab these pills. I'm taking them. Oh.
Through the warehouse.
Could use this. It is better. David says, have you tried downloading more RAM? Oh. I haven't. I could, though. Alright, Zoe, you get him.
This isn't it for you. Come on, you gotta keep moving.
Princess.
Whoa. Alright. Let's keep going.
We are leaving.
Yeah. Nume says, have you tried deleting System 32? I heard that really improves your frame rate.
Already smell pretty bad.
Alright.
I love all these references.
Yeah. Ancient references. You know how to input cheat codes, right? You gotta bring up the developer's console. Hold, oh my god. You hold Alt and then press F4.
Oh boy, I'm going back.
What? Our bots are dying in some other room. Oh.
Or at least we got him here and not up there.
Oh gosh. Oh, I didn't. What the heck? I didn't get the. Okay. Well. Uh-oh. Krogan.
Are you serious?
All right. Well.
God,
We'll get it this time.
We are garbage. Oh my god, I feel dirty. Oh man. Oh man. What a
Krogan.
way to go out. What a last stream.
We'll get it. At some point, the game's gonna have to prompt us, like, oh, did you want to
You
go
just
on a
wanna
lower
win?
difficulty?
Molotov over here.
Do you feel like winning? Okay, here you go. This is how you win. Where is she? She on the other? She out? Sounds closer than normal.
Hospital's just on the other side of the waterworks.
She's over by the door. We don't have to get close to her.
Yeah,
on the
let's
left.
ignore.
Hurry.
So,
Yuck. Another
what are you doing? You're lagging over there? Oh, lag.
I'm lagging my fist into your cigarette, Bill.
Fists
Smoke
into your
causes-
cigarette, Bill.
Smoking causes cancer, Bill.
Oh god,
Quit while you're ahead.
that's my major concern here. What are they doing? What? These bots are just atrocious. See, we must be on some sort of difficulty setting.
Ignore them. Come on, let's go. Come on.
God, that worked so well last time. Uh-oh. All right, well. Well. Eric says, are you streaming tomorrow? I am streaming tomorrow. That'll be the last stream. So, tomorrow, like every Sunday, I've been doing streaming with viewers, right? So, tomorrow, I'll play Deep Rock Galactic, and if you want to show up, anyone who wants to try and join the game can join. And we'll play some Deep Rock Galactic, and that'll be the last stream that I do.
Reloading.
Oh. Oh. Got him.
Watch your ass.
Exactly.
Look at the way he's sitting on the ground. That's great.
K-Net's
Over here,
right.
Look at him. This is great.
Oh,
His,
yeah.
like feet are just like he's like severed from the waist up, but you know he's upturned. Yeah, I just think that's great. I haven't noticed that before. That's a great way to have his body interact with the yeah.
It's like the fox that dives into
battling.
the snow.
The boomer who dives into the pavement.
Into the what?
Pavement.
Oh.
I think they tried to escape.
Oh, God. Oh, jeez. And of course I'm stuck. Well, just shoot it and don't die. God, this is really annoying.
How bad are you?
Well, God.
Let's move.
Look at how she's getting you up from like a good 2 meters away. That is impressive, Zoe.
Pure skill. Okay.
Already smell pretty bad.
Why don't you heal me or Zoe?
You want pills?
No, I have pills.
Okay. All right. Come here.
I mean
here.
with you.
Come here.
With the rabbit.
Move, I'm healing you.
Patricia says, can you at least stream once a month?
Necessary.
You know, the thing is, if I...
Thanks.
No.
There's a whole rationale we're not getting into.
Yeah.
Hunter.
Zoe?
Pills here. Hold up, I got something for you.
All
I
right.
feel like my field of view got reset to something wacky.
Oh.
Uh-oh. Who's that? Who's that?
Reloading.
Oh. It's one of those things. Crawlers, the mudmen.
Stings. Mudmen.
Yeah. They're from the swamp level, and then they got brought into this level in the sewer. You got blasted.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win this time because we're pros. We play this for a living.
Oh my god.
What's going on here?
There was a zombie on our head and we couldn't walk up. Alright, people. Get up the pipe and help me. Oh, I forgot I got this melee. I also hear a smoker somewhere. Oh, nice
I got
job.
him.
Nice job getting the smoker. Woo.
First aid kit's over here. Into the hospital. Get your asses in here.
I had no problem. Lewis teleported to the door there for a second.
Yeah, it's because of me and my shit ping.
Hmm. All right. Life or Death says, "What? So what's happened that this is the last stream?" Well, I'm gonna be shifting focus in my life onto other things, right? I'm not gonna be doing the game streams anymore. You know, I've been doing them 3 times a week. I'm gonna be doing them 0 times a week from now on, and also, you know, of course, I haven't been making many videos for the main channel, and the one video I made most recently, of course, got banned off of YouTube, right? They censored the video. It's gone. It's on Odyssey. But I'm going to instead be focusing on some other endeavor that I have going on. Yeah. And you won't see me. You might occasionally catch, if you like, you're on Twitter, you might catch a hot take of mine. I might log into Twitter and give you a hot take. I'm still probably going to make that video that I committed to for Lovely Porridge's video contest.
Nancy White.
Yeah, so in that video, content is supposed to cover what is anti-whiteism. So I'm gonna be still making like a short, you know, like 4 or 5 minute video, like talking about what anti-whiteism is. But and that's gonna be coming up in the next couple months. Oh my god, what is? Whoa! Did you see that?
I did.
This trickster.
Just like real life when you go to the hospital.
This is just like the last time I remember going to the hospital.
Turn those flashlights off.
Turn those flashlights off. There a witch somewhere?
There is, I hear.
Okay. Well. Oh! Nice, nice, nice. Let's see here. Artificer says, are you in a GFC? What? I don't know what a GFC is in this case. Hello? Stand up, please?
I need help.
I know.
Need help.
We all got knocked down, so we all had to, like, take the animation to stand up is, like, 3 seconds long or something. Well. Okay, elevator. Get on the stupid elevator, everybody. Okay, yep, that's fine. It's fine if it blows up on us, because we're gonna be in the elevator. Let's heal up.
Do you think one day it's all just gonna go back to normal?
I'll see peace
Yes,
back
Zoe, I
on
think
Earth
it's
if I
totally
gotta
gonna go back to
murder every
normal.
one of these
Yeah.
bastards with my bare goddamn hands. That's what I'm talking about. Damn
Nero says, by new endeavor, embargo means that he's going to be the lead writer for Don't Nod. For anyone who doesn't know, we recently played on stream Tell Me Why and Life is Strange, and Don't Nod Entertainment is the developer. I don't think they'd let me in the building. But go ahead.
No, I was just gonna make some kind of bad joke about moving to Portugal to be a writer for Netflix.
Oh, God.
Weapon over here.
Apparently, there are a lot of like crazy white liberals who are leaving California, moving to Portugal, and some of them are Netflix writers. And it's just, you know, it's just crazy because these people, you know, time and time again, they will advocate for certain policies to make where they live terrible. They'll move somewhere else that's better because of policies that are, you know, directly opposite. They're what they advocate for, and then they'll advocate for those same policies that ruin where they live again, you know. And there's, you know, there's a real good article on what's going on in Portugal, and it's been going on for a while. And, you know, to be fair, the Portuguese government has like a very lax visa policy. It's very easy to get citizenship there and permanent residency if you just pay for it.
Really? You just pay for it? Pay for permanent
Basically,
residency?
yeah.
How much?
Oh yeah. I don't remember that offhand, but it's
Because like any country, you can pay for permanent residency if you have enough. It just might be,
well,
you know, millions
I think
of dollars.
It's 20. What I remember is $21,000 in a checking account, and there were some other stipulations. So I mean, it's not like everybody has,
That was a good
you know,
piece
just
of work.
$21,000 sitting in their checking account. But you know, a lot of people do.
Yeah.
And but these people were moving there, and then they were setting up like little, they were literally immediately advocating to culturally, you know, create a slice of California there.
Yeah.
And it was just really irritating. And you know, the sentiment I get from some Portuguese people, because I know some Portuguese people, and you know, Lisbon in particular is it's a lot like London. I think like 40% of the population there is foreign born. So, you know, they have a lot of issues. A lot of native Portuguese people can't afford to live in Lisbon, their own capital city. You know, so there's a lot of like liberal type things going on there, but at the same time, you know, there's a substantial portion of the Portuguese population that's getting fed up with these new immigrants. You know, and just, you know, these Americans, these fellow Americans of ours, because a lot of them are white, they are fellow Americans, but they've been inculcated with this terrible individualist ideology wherein, like, they have no allegiance to anyone or anything. Everything is all about, like, well, how does this benefit me economically? You know, like, you know, they don't care about the Portuguese history or culture or people. It's just like,
Yeah, well, I mean, they don't have the correct conceptual framework for anything about, like, ethnic loyalty or, you know, loyalty to the fatherland or anything like that.
well, that's like Nazism, you know? Can't be loyal to your homeland.
Oh.
What happened? Did you fall off?
I
Fall
got
off?
blasted off.
Uh-oh. Well, I'm gonna sit tight here and kill a couple of these guys before I come... Oh, wait. Well, yeah, if I sit tight for a minute, you will get out. Oh, and of course, Lewis is down there getting...
I don't know if there's anywhere on the ceiling.
I'm pretty sure there is.
I don't think there is.
I could go back down. I'll go back down.
I mean, I'm not sure there's anywhere in this level. I mean, if you look at how short this level is.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure there is.
Okay, I don't think there is, but okay.
Well, Zoe and I will repopulate the human race.
Oh,
while you
wow.
guys are down.
Well, as long as I don't have to watch that.
I could have sworn there's a cabinet or a closet back here somewhere.
I don't think so. I mean,
There's
you're
a
basically
chainsaw.
at the safe room. But yeah, what games did we play? We played a lot of games on this channel for especially our Wednesday streams. We play, you know, to analyze these sort of ideas that they're presenting in terms of, in terms of, can we, let's see here. Restart campaign? No.
Come on, I can do this.
Okay.
I can win.
Well, hurry up. So, you know, we covered a lot of anti-natalist ideas that games presented, anti-white, anti-Western, anti-Christian ideas, and, like, what did we play? We played Dragon Age Origins, as well as Dragon Age 2. We played, what's that one? Oh yeah, Fallout New Vegas and Fallout 4. We played that one game, Disco Elysium. We didn't finish it. We played a lot of games on this one.
Ammo here. Reloading.
Nero says he was looking forward to take the channel's Super Chat V card when it got 1,000 subs. Oh god, how long would have that taken? What am I even at? I think I'm at 600. And the thing is, it's like the ability to monetize the channel and do what I'm doing, you know, it's like it's rough, you know.
Get ready.
Yeah. Oh, come on, Zoe. Zoe, come on.
Oh, perfect. I see this is going really
Thanks,
well.
Zoe. Yeah, Zoe. Yeah, Zoe. There you go. There you go.
Strong, independent Krogan don't need no Zoe. All right. This time, just gotta get not charged off the edge. You can see my ammo pile here is still Easter themed. So I forgot to remove all the mods. Got a carrot, Easter bunnies, eggs. All right, and I got the Counter-Strike knife still. Classic Counter-Strike Source kind of style. Whoop.
Through here.
Ultimately, for those of you saying that you've enjoyed the streams, you know, I'm glad that you enjoyed them. I appreciate the kind words. I mean, obviously, streams, you know, never got super big, but for a lot of you, you know, it's the same faces, the same names that I've seen for a long time from you. Like, so I'm glad we got to spend time together in terms, and like all the stuff we talked about, and you know, the jokes we made, the crazy 4chan green texts that we went through, as well as the inane Twitter posts that we read. I mean, people are really crazy. Oh, one of the things I was wanting to look at. Not this time, Charger. We'll look at some Twitter maybe today, later today. Twitter nonsense that I've been arguing with people about. Just, you know, for fun. Okay.
Hey, I'm here.
All right. But ultimately, you know, the streams, of course, never got real big, and you know, there's no like
Come get us. We're good to go.
ultimately, on some level, like, okay, let's just be as frank as possible, right? I can't afford to be this unproductive, right? How's that sound? Like, at the end of the day, it's not like I'm making a living doing this or anything, and spending quite a bit of time doing it, and that can't go on forever for me. Oh. Now, Charlemagne says, I want a mod that turns all the zombies into masked vaxxers. Well, there might be something like that. You could always check the Steam workshop. But if not, you could probably make that or get someone to make it. Doesn't seem like too hard of a mod to make, you know? Like, I'm sure, like, what you'd be doing is adding models someone else had made to the infected, right? Like mass models and stuff, or even just a retexture. Ando says, "Oof, if this is too much time gaming for you." Well, keep in mind, uh-oh. Come on, Zoe. Jeez, she was right next to me. This Zoe is such a reliable teammate. It's not just the gaming, right? Like, you're not gonna see, to a large degree, intellectual embargo on Twitter, or gaming embargo on YouTube, or intellectual embargo on YouTube. You know, kind of my online footprint as you know it now will go dormant for, you know, however long, maybe probably forever. You know, there's a lot of time getting spent on some of these things, and like, you know, when I'm doing the stuff that I'm doing, it's not super frequently, but there are times where I'm potentially assisting someone else with stuff related to this. Research for videos, papers, that kind of stuff. There's a charger. I don't like the sound of the charger.
First aid kit.
So, I mean, in general, I won't be doing much gaming and streaming and all this stuff that I have been doing. Oh. I didn't think that would reach me, quite frankly. Whoop. Start myself on fire for good measure. Patricia says you can always live on welfare. I don't know if I'll get welfare. You know? I might be the wrong something for that. Oh, hey.
Those bastards are in for a big surprise.
Uh-oh. There's a tank over the right side. You can see he's also throwing Easter eggs because, again, I never... Oh, no. Oh! So, you can see he's throwing the Easter basket full of eggs. Because, again, I never switched off of my mods from Easter. So we played Left 4 Dead for Easter. There's some weird, like, latency, like... The grenade comes out of the grenade launcher after you shoot it, like a few seconds later.
The bird's here. Let's go.
Patricia says collect the tendies. Anton, hey, how's it going? Give him one of these. I see Lewis is having trouble back there. Also, I'm having trouble right here. Okay. Get the hell out of here. Let's shoot those guys. Life After Death says you will still do it if you have time, right? Do what exactly? Because again, the online footprint that you know from me will largely just be gone. That's the basics, you know. I don't know why shouldn't there be music or something right there?
I might have music turned off.
Gov says, it's a shame I only found your stuff around millennial time. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's always sort of people coming in. It's just not like how it used to be to some degree. Yeah. Okay. Let's pick one of the newer ones. We could do Swamp Fever, Hard Rain. Hard Rain? That's a one. That's a thing. Hard Rain. And you're already on your guy, Ellis?
I am.
All right, perfect. Patricia says, too white to collect the dole? Probably. Second Hat says, it's been cool, embargo. Well, I appreciate it. Okay, so we gotta go get gas for the boat. This particular campaign is the sort of there and back again story. We have to go get the gas and come back here.
Well, I don't know, Nick. I learned to trust you.
Uh-oh.
So what do I know?
In that case,
What the heck?
I don't think we can
There's
trust
some
your
weird,
judgment
like,
in this matter.
T-posing swamp guy. Alright, grab my rabbit. So the basic idea here is, like, you see there's lots and lots and lots of stuff in this room, but, like, we're supposed to come back here and we'll need this stuff when we get back. And you can see it doesn't give us great weapons off the start, so there's not going to be great weapons here when we get back either. The best weapons are halfway, so you really don't want to die in this one, and have to come back here with no weapons. Okay, let's get all this stuff off me. Ooh. Oh. Jeez.
God, my back!
Oh my god.
Keep your eyes open for landmarks. You're gonna have to come back through here.
Krogan is carrying the team, he says.
Hey, watch out! Look out!
Charlemagne says do a New Orleans thing. Where is this supposed to be? I don't remember where Hard Rain is supposed to be.
This is definitely supposed to be in the south, like in the swamp area.
Well, it's
I think it's Louisiana.
it's got to be it's on the Gulf, right? The boat we just got off of, we're on the Gulf of Mexico. We're talking like Louisiana region. But we'll do one in New Orleans proper at some point here. All right.
Reloading. Adrenaline shot here.
I could do my... Okay. Get myself up and take the defib. Oh, you took the defib. No. Where is it? Oh, it's on the ground then.
I'm gonna reload.
Oh, there's a garage sale. Let's go check it out.
Oh. Got the
Buy
tank,
some good stuff there.
who is... What am I stuck on? I'm stuck on this regular infected. As you can see, for those watching my stream, again, I do have all my Easter mods still installed. So there's his Easter basket. I totally forgot that I had all my Easter stuff still on. Uh-oh.
How is he not dead yet?
There we
go.
He's good.
Friday, Saturday, and it's Saturday, so you know we can check out this garage sale.
Yeah. Might even find some
I can
good
get
deals.
into this treehouse first. I'm gonna snipe. A snipe from this treehouse. I'll cover you guys from here. Just go
All right.
on.
We'll just go do everything. You stay here. Mr. Gladius says, with embargo leaving us, will Krogan abandon ship too?
No. Not for now.
There you go. No, not for now.
Reloading.
Reloading. We got two.
Let's get rid of that. And this. Nero says,
I'm actually going to announce on Subscribestar today that I'm going to be working on. Well, I am working on a standalone video about Charles Crocker and the 1877 U.S. Joint Special Committee on Chinese Immigration.
get in here. Oh,
Oh boy!
if you just had taken a step backwards, you wouldn't even had to
Sorry.
die.
You wanna kill this witch?
Jeez.
Are you gonna die?
I'll live.
That was crazy.
All right, let me heal up first.
All right, so well, there you go. If any of you are on Krogan Subscribestar, he's got his whole announcement there. Well, I had made a Subscribestar. They didn't approve me. I tried contacting them a couple times. They went multiple months without ever approving me, and so I just took it down. Couldn't get anywhere with that. Yeah.
That's a lot of people. That is a lot of people, and I wonder if it's just due to volume at this point, because a lot of people have been banned from other payment processors and things of that sort, or I wonder if it's if they're kind of caving to pressure and like them not taking on new people who are toxic is sort of like their way of protecting themselves. I don't know. I kind of lean toward the former. I think they just probably have a huge amount of traffic.
Yeah, but I still
then
like
again,
I had my
it's-
account
yeah, it's-
there for like my account probably sat up there for 5 or 6 months, and I had reached out to them multiple times. They weren't even responding to me, right?
Yeah. And I know 2 or 3 other people in our circles who, you know, pretty much had the same exact situation, if not even more exaggerated. I know someone who's been trying to get an account for over a year. So it's pretty bad. You know, I've often thought about like rebranding and like doing, you know, something else that's a little bit more conventional with documentaries and videos and not really do the gaming thing. You know, to some extent, I already kind of, you know, I have many videos and things that have nothing to do with gaming, like the whole Visigoth series and whatnot. But I thought about maybe dedicating something that wasn't like, you know, that really had nothing to do with gaming. You know, what I keep coming back to, it's just like, you know, the ability to get a subscribe star again is probably severely compromised. You know, you can't change your subscribe star name. You can't rebrand on subscribe star. Like I mean, once you set something up, you're kind of screwed. So yeah, I'm kind of stuck with that.
I feel,
you know, but there are,
Go
ahead, sorry. I was just gonna say that there are other subscribe star like outlets like Ko-Fi that function pretty closely to what you get with subscribe star. The only problem with that is, you know, I mean, if we could all be on Patreon, that would be great because most people use Patreon, and people generally are more likely to help support your work if they have fewer hurdles to jump through. And did you have to go up to get there, or
no? I'm over here.
Yeah, we have a witch between us and.
No, the witch is in the opposite direction. So I'm behind.
Well, I'm confronting a witch right now. All right.
Look at him go. Just going the wrong way. It's going straight back to the start of the level.
Oh, you're over there. Okay. Sorry, my phone's ringing and I got all these other things going on.
It's all good.
Probably answer the phone, but whatever. Somebody's selling stuff.
Oh.
Yeah, but yeah, the thing about Ko-Fi is like I just don't think there are that many people using it.
You ready?
So you can use it and it's a great platform, but you know how many people are gonna, you know, sign up for it?
You ready for this?
Specifically to support you. Yeah.
All right, go.
Yeah. Let's
Oh. Oh well. Perfect.
Look,
Just as we intended.
I apologize.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that, like, every other shot doesn't do anything for me. It's something like that. Oh, I'll let you heal me. Thank you, Michelle.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
Very bad.
All right, I'm coming. I'm coming.
I am about dead now. So, Charlemagne's saying that he was asked by... he was asked for Twitter permissions. Wait, what was this? I was doing some additions to my website while watching you guys. It's a lot of work. They want Twitter permissions. So Charlemagne, I believe, is talking about Subscribestar asking for Twitter permissions. Someone's asking for Twitter permissions, which includes permissions like follow and unfollow accounts for you, update your profile and account settings. That seems like pretty radical permissions to give to anybody that's not you.
Yeah, you know, there's the whole Odyssey support system that's supposed to be incoming, and supposedly they don't take a cut from it, which
Really?
I find, yeah, supposedly. So it's gonna work something like YouTube memberships. You know, that might be a real game changer for a lot of people.
Oh,
You know, it'll be, and that'll be real good because, you know, it's right there on the platform that everybody is watching, so you don't have to go to a third-party site to sign up or anything like that. It's one less barrier for people. You know, just the fewer barriers in general. I mean, that's what is one of the significant problems we have combating globalism and things like that. Honestly, nationalism and things pursuant to nationalism are just more difficult. They are not as convenient. And
Right.
so a lot of people aren't willing to engage in them because they aren't convenient. Taking your own side is not easy.
Right.
It's cumbersome. And so a lot of people just don't. You know, and a lot of people don't want to support any kind of independent media or content creators or anything like that because they're just so accustomed to getting just ubiquitous free content, and they just feel like they shouldn't have to support any of it. Yeah, I mean, it's a ton of work, and yeah, nobody can afford to do it indefinitely for free. Like nobody. And so if you're fine with ever growing, no media outlets ever doing, like oh wait, got a jockey here. What is he doing? What are you doing, jockey? Come over here. Where do you go?
That was a good one.
Yeah, I know Lana and Henrik are hiring for like a video animating professional. That's what they're looking for currently. And yeah, I mean, you got to pay for people to do that. Like whoever they you know, that's a full-time job that they have on offer for somebody. You know, like this stuff takes a lot of work. It's more than a full-time job, you know, in a lot of instances. People don't get that.
Right.
And they just keep expecting that you know, some billionaire like Musk is going to come along and pay for it all.
Yeah, well,
Like,
and like, let's say
not
you
gonna
have someone like Lana and Henrik, or anyone sort of on the right who's like focused on the idea of trying to create this material, right? We're trying to create this material that will argue in favor of our people, right? Stuff that'll convince others, and if you have somebody in our sphere like ask for money, you know, like, hey, please donate to my thing, there's like a lot of accusations that like, oh, well, you're trying to get rich, as if any of us are getting rich.
Yeah, it's just, oh my god, like, you know, if you want to accuse Ezra Levant or somebody like that of getting wealthy off of it, I mean, even they aren't dealing with like astronomical figure. Well, he might be, but like nobody. Oh my god, nobody in our immediate circles is they're everybody's losing money. Put it that way. You know,
Yeah.
like nobody is getting rich. Nobody. And if you think, you know, making a couple $1,000s a month, and if you know, if you're lucky, if you can pull in $2,000 a month, if you're lucky, you know, you're not gonna get rich doing that.
Right.
And so,
I mean,
you know,
a lot of people hear that and they're like, a couple thousand a month, and it's like, that's a $24,000 a year job. I mean, like, there are people who are deciding to dedicate like full-time employment levels of commitment to making stuff that they consider important for our people,
well, you have to
and
think of
they're
it too. You
getting
have to
less
think of it
than
like
flipping burgers.
yeah. Well, what you have to think of too is
They spend their money
How
on
many hours
making the
does-
content.
right. Well, how many hours does somebody put into the stuff that they do? And, you know, maybe they're not doing that for a living, but if they're, you know, doing, you know, 40 hours or 50 hours of work on something, and they don't get paid for it, like you can't expect somebody to continually do that for free. You know, I mean, if somebody has a trust fund or something like that, and they're willing to do it for free because they can, I mean, that's great, man. You know, more power to that person, and I'm very, very thankful for them. But, you know, not everybody's in that position.
Yeah. Pants Monster says that Krogan banned you banned him on Telegram for having an anime profile picture. What do you say, Krogan?
Yeah.
You did?
I don't know. Probably. I mean, I ban people for having degenerate avatars and whatnot. I'm getting to the point where I'm really sick of it. Like, if you have some anime avatar and there's like a swastika on it and it's just like some cute anime girl, I'm not taking you seriously. I think that, you know, disproportionately, I've seen people with those types of avatars engage in degenerate behavior or antisocial behavior, and I'm just, no. Like, you know, if you're a man, don't have a female avatar. Okay, I'm getting really sick of it. I think that, you know, overall there is this problem with anime and men having like female avatars and simping and all that, and maybe you personally don't have an issue with it, but you know, I think you should take one for the team and pick a different avatar and conduct yourself like everybody, all of us. You know, like, I hate my avatar at this point. I think my avatar is kind of cringe, you know, but you know, I can't change it at this point for a variety of reasons I already highlighted. But generally speaking, we should all consider ourselves representatives of our race and our ethnic group. And you know, you should take into account the way you visually present yourself online or in real life reflects on the greater community. And you know, I don't know if some little Nazi anime girl, you know, reflects well. I certainly don't think, you know, the National Socialists in the 1930s would think it reflected well. Like, I really don't think Goebbels or Hitler or anybody else would have been like, yeah, this cute little Japanese, you know, sexually suggestive anime girl, that's definitely what we want to present to the German public. No, no, I'm sorry. So, you know, hopefully I've explained myself to one degree or another.
Life After Death says, what do I need to do streams like you do? So I use OBS, right? So Open Broadcasting Software. And with that, you can sort of make these scenes and then add these sources. You know, I have all my stuff in here, you know, all my, like, sort of fun videos, as well as all the, it can collate all the streams and all that nonsense. Where's that one? Oh, here we go. The seagull. I love this video. Seagull flying in another seagull. So, let's see here. Life After Death says, a mic. Yeah, I mean, you definitely want a good microphone as much as possible. People, you know, I like, my audio is not as good as it should be, but people are a little bit more willing to tolerate bad visuals than bad audio. Like, if you have a scratchy microphone and, like, it's bad, people turn out immediately. It's just so off-putting for bad audio. So, like, my own audio should be better, but whatever. I definitely have a lot more money in Deep Rock Galactic than real life, Nero. I think I have like $2 million in Deep Rock Galactic.
Oh, look at this. There's a makeshift toilet over here. I never realized that.
Yep.
Do you have any thoughts on the anime avatars and all that? And the
Reloading.
I mean, I'd say that I'm probably a little bit more tolerant to some of the anime stuff than others. I just put a little anime dancing girl on screen. It's Chiruno from a video game. It's from Toho. But you know, as far as like,
Reloading.
we do all have to keep in mind what the priorities are, though, right? And what we're sort of signaling to the wider group. And, you know, certainly there's a lot of our guys who are like there are some accounts on Twitter, for example, because I'm on Twitter a lot. I won't be in the future, but, you know, someone will be in the comments of something and they'll be with me and we will be arguing a certain point, right? Like, we'll be arguing about divergent human evolution, right? And here's this person arguing in favor of divergent human evolution with me, and it's like, great. And then you go on their Twitter feed and they're retweeting porn.
Yeah,
it's really terrible looking for us.
And when a normal person comes across that and they see that, you know, whether we like it or not, they will associate that with our, like, look at the whole fiasco we're dealing with right now in the public eye regarding the Buffalo shooter. Like, 99% of our community, you know, they hear about things that this guy did to a cat, and they are really upset about that. Yet there are a lot of people in the public who will associate animal mutilation and torture with our movement now because that guy is representing us, whether we like it or not. So we always, I mean, we all try and fail sometimes, but we always have to, be aware of how we present and how that reflects on, how everybody is going to think about that. What are they what are the impressions they're going to have? And, when you talk about divergent human evolution and then, somebody goes and sees porn on your profile, they're going to just not take you seriously. And, yeah, they're just going to think you're a weirdo.
Slot says, isn't Pokemon an anime? Well, I think it's a video game series first, but there is an anime to it. And that is, it's a Pokemon right there.
Yeah, I don't have it. Sorry, just let me say this real quick. I don't have an issue with certain things like Pokemon or, like when I was in high school, I played Final Fantasy VII, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. And, like there are like anime things that I have enjoyed before, and I still, think they're all right today. It's not like I have a problem with the medium of anime. It's what people are doing with it at this point. That's
maybe
the
your
problem.
avatar, your anime avatar, should be Goku, since Goku is a guy, and you're a guy. Not you, but the people who we're talking about.
Yeah.
Mr. Gladys says, reminder that Embargo knows Toho. Sleep Ruin Tonight. Well, I have played Toho. Subterranean Animism was my favorite Toho game. Daddy says Pokemon anime came out after the games, as far as you know. I'm not sure exactly the order, but like, at least in the United States, the games have always been the primary thing, right? Like, the anime has been available. I remember when Nintendo Power put the first episode of the manga in the Nintendo Power. So, like, I read that. That being said, it's always been sort of like a video game first. And then that sort of stuff. I don't think most people... Like, there's lots and lots of people who I can talk to on the street, and I can be like, hey, you ever played Pokemon? And they're like, yes. And you're like, have you ever watched the show? Or read the manga? And they're like, no. Or, yeah, I saw the first couple episodes. Or like, yeah, they watched it all the time. They'll say that, and then if you were to ask them, they'd only know a couple things, because they really only watched a few episodes. It's always been a video game first here, really. Spencer says, I have an anime avatar. Yeah, that's Tanya or whatever. I remember when I was in Japan last, that was, oh my god. Tanya, the manga was popular or something, or was newish. Uh-oh. I have, when I was in Japan last, I bought a bunch of manga. I did get a couple of the Tanya things, but mostly I got, like, what's that one thing? Oh, I got some manga of Mario. I didn't know there would be Mario manga, so I got this manga called Mario-kun. And I also got, you know, oh gosh, what's that one? Oh, Shinchan. I think maybe some Shirokuma Cafe. So here's the hard rain. So basically, you know, for anyone who can't tell, we all have these jerry cans strapped to our back. We're bringing the gasoline back to the ship. Get out of here, Spitter.
You know, we're gotta be in really good shape to be jumping around the way we are with these jerry cans attached.
Oh yeah. I mean, how much does a jerry can like this weigh when it's totally full?
What is it? 10 gallons? Five gallons? I think that's a 5-gallon.
It might. I think it could be an in-betweener. I think there's like a 7.5 or a 6.
Yeah.
Reloading.
Yeah. I would say it's at least 5 It's at least 5 gallons.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, carrying that around in your back, especially if it's like not completely full and it's sloshing about.
Oh yeah, if it's sloshing about, then it's not obviously it's not as heavy, but it's a lot more
Take the pipe to
unwieldy,
the holding
right?
tanks.
It'll pull you around if it's sloshing.
Cross here.
Okay, let's see here. Is this where we go? Yeah.
There's the entrance. We're almost out of here. Reloading.
All right.
Can we not shoot each other?
Up, 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 up. Where the hell is it? Okay.
Reloading. We have to get back through here.
Okay, let's see here. So, Artificer says, I think what everyone is missing is, in general, social media is youth outreach, at least for now. We are attempting to use this large outreach as a net for the 20-year in before. Yeah, that's true. So I'm always willing to tolerate some amount of whatever nonsense the youth is engaging in, right?
If this rain keeps up, the boat can come
But
down.
not infinitely.
Yeah, well, you know, like I was talking to Embargo before we went live about like this supposed picture of the Buffalo Shooter's bedroom, and it's been making its rounds on Twitter, and it's probably fake. It's probably something that 4chan whipped up to troll everybody, but there's like, I don't want to go into graphic detail about what's in it, but there's a jar and there's a My Little Pony in the jar, and the jar is full of something really grotesque. And like there's this internet meme culture surrounding that jar. And I just think in general, when we all engage in something that is, you know, slightly questionable or slightly degenerate or whatever, we are contributing to one extent or another to the Overton window. And anything we can do right now to get that level of, to lower that level of degeneracy, to lower the perception of that level of degeneracy is good. I mean, we want to, you know, it's kind of like the concept of the weakest chain in the link determines the strength of the chain. You know, like the most, we just really want to have as few instances of degenerate or degenerate
aid.
adjacent behavior as possible at this point,
First aid kit here.
so that
First
you know,
aid
we
here.
can push the Overton window
First
a little
aid
bit
kit here.
further in a more
First
positive
aid.
direction. You know, so when you make a sacrifice and you kind of, you know,
First aid here.
refrain a little bit from engaging in something that's a little hedonistic or a little
First aid.
questionable. It's not that I believe that, you know,
First
we
aid
need to
here.
live necessarily in an absolute puritanical society, but at this point we have a serious problem
kit here.
in the frequency of certain behaviors, and we need to lower the frequency of certain behaviors. So as an individual who's a member of a larger community, like, we all have a job to do what little we can to contribute to lowering that overall amount of degeneracy. Does that make any sense? Am I explaining myself well here, or?
Yeah, but pick up your first aid
Yeah.
so we
all
can
right.
go.
In other words, shut up, Krogan. You're being a retard. Oh, I can't say that. Sorry.
Yeah.
Town's flooded.
Well, I mean, one of the things that I think a lot of us are concerned about to some degree is, like, when it comes to anime, there's some amount of, like, hijacking of young men's sexuality
Reloading.
for, you know, the media, right? We all know sex sells, but, you know, obviously, like, women compared to men have larger eyes and larger heads, right? Like, head to body ratio and eye to head ratio. I mean, this is like some amount of signaling of femininity, right?
Yeah.
And by sort of exaggerating this to extreme degrees, even if the material isn't explicitly sexual, there is some amount of, like, trying to hijack a man's sexuality as marketing, right?
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these shows, if the characters weren't these sort of various fertilities, if they weren't so heavy with fertility signals, some of the shows honestly aren't that good, right? And we've all seen individuals who seem to use media as a replacement for socializing, right? Like severely impacted social skills, never developing, but an incredible amount of time spent with these different media products. So they know their way around this media product much better than they know about going on a date with a girl. Which is like, I'm in part angry at the whole societal structure that we've allowed this to happen. You know, I'm not super hard down on every young man who's, you know, spent 20, 50 hours watching anime for every one date he's been on. Like, I'm not super angry at him per se. I'm frustrated with the fact that his situation has gotten to this point and that we haven't rioted about it before now. I mean, this is terrible.
Reloading.
You know, there was this Twitter thread a couple days ago that I commented on, and it was this guy called Alpha Masculinity, and he was commenting on how women shouldn't ride bicycles or horses because they get sexual gratification from it, and it was
what a stupid ass.
It really was, and the problem is that there's so many young men today who are extremely naive about things, and they want, and there's this, in conjunction with that, there's this resurgence in, like, there's this desire to return to masculinity, and so, like, there's this need for, like, male gurus. But the kinds of male gurus who pop up are often, like, just as clueless as the body of naive young men.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, this is a great case in point. Like, this guy doesn't have any idea of what he's talking about. Like, he's just, but because he calls himself alpha masculinity, and he posts pictures of hot women with giant butts and breasts, you know, riding horses in sexually suggestive positions. You know, guys will, and because most, you know, people, because of the, you know, the drastic nature of online culture today, and because a lot of people haven't ridden horses, they haven't been around a small rural community, they have no experience with any of that, they will believe what this guy says.
Mm-hmm.
They'll just take it at face value. I mean, look, he posted sexually suggestive images of women on horses. He must know what he's talking about. And it's just ridiculous. I mean, and the guy at the end of the thread, he posted as evidence a bunch of Quora forum posts. And, like, you know, tabloid sort of articles about, you know, some, because, you know, we all know some women are have extremely sensitive genitalia, and, you know, they're kind of nymphomaniacs. You know, there are women like that. You know, you can kind of hear, like, those urban legends about, you know, the women who sit on top of a washing machine to, you know, get aroused. And yeah, I'm sure there are a handful of women that is a thing for, but that's not representative of femininity. It's not representative of what, I mean, like, you know, I grew up going to summer camp, and I grew up in a rural farm county, and there were lots of women and lots of horses, and this just isn't a thing. Lots of women riding bikes. It's just not a thing. So, yeah, we got a real problem.
So some of these tweets have been deleted by Twitter.
Good.
You know, he's saying, like, okay, women are easily stimulated and aroused through almost any part of their body. What? So what? What do you want to do? Lock them in a cage? They should be careful in what they do or what activities they take part in. Women should stay pure, innocent, and clean and modest as possible with regards to their body. Sure, in a vague sense, they must protect.
Yeah, but you know what that guy's doing, though? He is terrifying women who have been indoctrinated with feminist ideologies.
Right.
He's terrifying them, and he's smearing, like, all of our talking points and any idea of returning to some kind of traditional model. He is confirming the feminist fear that, like, men are gonna, like, rule over women with an iron fist and you know, subjugate them. And like, he's confirming all of that. He's basically saying women can't have any freedom whatsoever to do anything, and they
Yeah.
need to be locked away somewhere. And it's just like, I almost wonder if that guy's not serious, if he's actually a malevolent actor of some sort, because
Yeah. He could be a
it's
a leftist sort of trying to malign our movement by suggesting that this is what we're actually about. So he says women's genitals are directly in contact and stimulated by the bicycle seat, horse's back / saddle, the bike being a mega vibrator, the road and general movements when riding a bicycle. Not even a full sentence. And the obvious rhythmic movement and aggressive touch. It's like,
this is ridiculous. So what if you're a man and you ride a horse, you're a homosexual then?
I mean,
I don't know.
you have to
This-
ride a female horse.
I guess. And then there are all these, like, I had a lot of guys who follow me who are responding to my backlash against that post, and they were saying, well, it's true, there's some validity to it, there's a reason why women historically rode side saddle. And it's like, yeah, because they wore skirts.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, you can find some tidbits or some factoids here and there about like some weirdo who had some kind of concern about, the female anatomy being scarred, but just generally speaking, there are these real basic historical explanations for why women rode side saddle, and it wasn't because women were getting off en masse and men were getting up. Somebody responded to that series of tweets, and it was great. They said the most alpha thing you can do is be more worried about a bicycle seat pleasuring a woman more than you.
Mm-hmm.
Which I thought was
Get to the bird.
pretty hilarious.
All right. Well, we're going out here.
Reload.
I mean, what I would suggest anyone do is don't engage with accounts whose primary mode of popularization in their entire content seems to be grievance posting about the other sex, right?
Yeah.
So if it's some girl spending all day talking about why right-wing guys are bad, or what they're getting wrong, like some like ostensibly right-wing girl where her whole Twitter feed is just why right-wing guys have their thing wrong, or some quote-unquote right-wing guy whose entire Twitter account seems to be dedicated to like the exposing the rampant degeneracy of every white woman everywhere. I don't think that these guys are good, and I think some of these guys are genuine pretenders who want nothing to do with us and our movement, right? They're not, like, we're not going to get anywhere by, like, trying to grievance post our way into, like, you're not going to be able to grievance post your way into healthy families. There's no amount of hating the other sex, white women hating white men or white men hating white women, that's going to lead to like a future of Western civilization. Like, are there goofy white guys out there doing really dumb things occasionally? Oh yes, there really are. Are there some gals engaging in some really sort of selfish, short-sighted behavior? You betcha. But are you gonna just go on about that forever and try and like use that as an excuse to garner hurt feelings between all white people about sex? And one of the reasons why I suspect that some of these people are bad actors is when we look at polling, one of the most common identity for non-whites to feel is their racial identity, right? When you ask them, like, okay, what are you, who are you, what's your identity, they give their race. For whites, their most common identity is their sex, right? I'm a man, or I'm a woman. So it makes sense if you're trying to divide us, you would divide us all along that line, right?
Yeah, that'll help.
Yeah.
It's the most appropriate for people who hate us thing to do. It's the most appropriate thing for them to do. So when I see accounts and someone will be like, well, this is a you know, she's right. She might be a feminist. She might be a radical feminist, but you know, she's right wing and she cares about the right race. And then you see your Twitter feed is just grievance posting against everything wrong with white men. You know, it's like, I'm not sure this is who you think it is.
Reloading.
All right.
I'm a reload.
Davidson
I need ammo.
says, okay, well, you can jump down and grab it. Right below us. So, Davidson says, when your wife leaves you for a bike and tells you she's a bisexual. Exactly.
Stay close.
Oh, God. Rand.
Bisexual?
Bisexual. It's like bisexual.
A bisexual. A bisexual. Get it?
Yeah. So, I'm not gonna rip. Oh God, it's the Easter Bunny. What the? Uh-oh. A little bit of a fall. Scraped my knee, but we're good. Okay, not good. I'm just gonna stay up here on this. Okay.
I came to save you, and that wasn't a good idea.
No, it wasn't.
Reloading.
I got launched up onto the refrigerator and he left me alone. I don't know if he can path up there.
Healing. Better.
Boink. Grab that. Grab this. Are we ready to leave yet? Oh no.
Yeah, I think so. Oh.
Our exit is blocked.
I'm gonna. He's gonna. I'm dead.
That's fine. No, he'll give yourself the thing.
I can't move. I can't do anything.
Okay, we're leaving. Jump in the thing. Okay, leave, coach. Okay. All we gotta do is get to the boat. All right, perfect. Marvelous says, you will not learn how to talk to women by following what a Twitter account called Alpha Masculinity has to say. You know what? I think there's a lot of people who have tried to ascend to some sort of sexual coach, and masculinity, femininity, these sort of coaching roles about human relations, because there's a demand for that, right? People on some level have been misguided by our society, right? Our society isn't instilling in people the values it's supposed to, and people are suffering because of that, right?
Yeah, I mean that's what I was saying. I'm probably gonna hop out of here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I think a lot of people men have been largely feminized over the past couple decades, and there's a real need and a desire to return to being masculine again. And then there's a lot of these like bad actors who are taking advantage of that and just giving absolutely terrible advice. And then, you know, there are these women who are fearful of a return to masculinity, whose fears are being confirmed by these bad actors. And it's just a very bad feedback loop that is impeding, you know, the speed of progress we've been making. So, I don't know.
Well, Krogan, I appreciated you coming on the stream today.
Yeah. It's fun. I am sad to see this little tradition we have come to an end, but I do think that what you will be doing will be of more value, even if people won't be entirely aware of it.
All right. Well, have a good one.
All right.
Peace.
Catch you later, guys.
Well, there you go. Yeah, but, you know, you look at, I even think back to my own childhood, right? When I was a kid, I went to public school, And in my public school, I remember in kindergarten, my teachers telling me that I would probably be a house husband. I should probably take my wife's name, right? I should, they set me up for a certain line of thinking that was inappropriate to set me up for. And they did this, and like a lot of guys got it a lot worse than I did, right? A lot of people were indoctrinated with a lot of nonsense. Just one of the. Let's pull this up. I want to pull up YouTube real quick, because there's a couple things. Let's see, cheer. Because I feel like.
Hey, listen.
K-Nat, thank you for the lemons. You look at shows like Cheers. You look at shows like the Mary Tyler Moore Show. You had this sort of like alternate family as proposed by television. You're a young girl, you're single, you're going into work, you're forming these relationships with your coworkers, or you're going into the local bar and you're meeting the other locals and the people who are working there, or you're going into the office and you're meeting your coworkers there, and it's a whole cast of characters, and it's like you're sort of a big dysfunctional family, right? I think television, to a large degree, suggested, especially to women, that the sort of familiarity and family role that you would normally get, obviously, from starting a family, is instead something you can get from your office or your bar. You're all gonna, just the same way that dad would come home and they'd say, "Oh, daddy's home," and everyone would go to see him. Well, you could just have Norm, right? Norm can walk in and everyone's like, "Hey, it's Norm." It's such, like, I think in a lot of ways, especially for women, television put in, sort of created this notion that, like, you know what? That sort of deep, meaningful, constant relationship that you can build with others doesn't have to come from a family. You could get that from a bar or your work. So I think a lot of us have been misled for various reasons, right? We got misled by the media. We got misled by the general cultural milieu that was allowed to propagate. We got misled by just intentionally by people like feminists who felt that the traditional nuclear family was oppressive and bad. Don't worry about it. Says, what happened to Krogan? Nothing happened to Krogan. If you're on his what's it called? Oh gosh, Subscribe Star. He's gonna make a post today or something about his current upcoming project. This is the last stream with American Krogan because it's my last stream with American Krogan. Tomorrow will be the last day I stream. Right. Let's see here. Well, what else did I want to bring up? There was something I wanted to bring up. I forget exactly what I was going to talk about. What I might do, though, is just do a quick thing on Deep Rock Galactic, just for fun. Because tomorrow, I'll be playing Deep Rock Galactic, right? And so that'll be the last stream, and you can play with me, right? So in Deep Rock Galactic, you'll be able to join my game and we'll do something real quick. But trying to think of what I wanted to do. There was something I wanted to discuss. I mean, in regards to some of the stuff you guys are talking about in chat, you know, there's like a lot of values I have for like, and things that I argue for, like in favor of traditionalism and an understanding of traditional gender roles. Oh, yeah. Okay, so in regards to that guy with his horse thing, you know, saying like, you know, a woman should never ride a horse. One of the things he was saying is that, like, he was saying that, you know, a woman is a sexual object, is what he was suggesting. And he sort of spoke about as like, a woman is something to be controlled and possessed. And, you know, this is where Krogan is talking about, like, here he is being essentially the caricature that the feminists create. And what I would argue is that the view he's advocating, let's say he believes it. I'm not sure if he believes it. He could just be a bad actor trying to malign people like us. But the view he's presenting, in my mind, is a view that's not super common within the last couple thousand years of European history. Right? For all of Europe, to some degree, especially Northern Europe, but really all of Europe. I mean, we've been talking about this a little bit with Expeditions Rome, in ancient Rome. Just to a large degree... Okay, let's bring up paint. Let's just do this in paint. It'll be probably better. What the heck? Where's my paint? Uh-oh. That's the wrong window. Okay. So, if we imagine a family as a triangle, and we say, okay, the father is the capstone. He's the head of the family. And the mother supports him, and this is all for the kids, right? And then we can just... Oh, gosh. Boom. 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 We're just, you know... So the kids are down there. So a lot of times what you see outside of Europe is that a woman is possessed by the man, and the man leads the family. And for example, if the man dies, right? So if he dies, the man's brother is around. The wife and the man's belongings can sort of be transferred to the man's brother or the man's father or some other man. Like, there needs to be some other capstone. Right? So this is what you see largely, to a large degree, outside of Europe even today. But for the last at least couple thousand years in Europe, it's not generally been quite like that. So it's been a little bit... Let's just delete these. So in Europe, historically, last couple thousand years, most of Europe, while yes, the father is the head of the family, you know, he's leading it, you know, he is in charge to some degree. When a lot of other cultures, even still today, are engaging in sort of arranged marriages and taking sort of possession of the women, a lot of times romance in Europe has been consensual and has been these two people picking each other. Not this man's family picking her and paying for her, him and her picking each other. So they sort of have to some degree, sort of like an ideological mission statement that they both agree with. Like, they're trying to achieve something together. And the expectation is that even if this guy has a brother, when he dies, if he were to die, she's the new capstone, right? And she runs the house, and she takes possession of the property, and she runs the family. She's now the head of the family. And she's not just passed along to some other men. So what that person on Twitter is suggesting, in my mind, is something that isn't common for Europe over the last couple thousand years. Men and women in Europe form partnerships, and we get in this together, you know? And you don't look at the mother of your children as, you know, some property that you can make sure your brother inherits. Like, no, like, you build this family with the woman, and like, yeah, sure, on some level you would be in charge, and we could talk about what that means at some point. But if something were to happen to you, well, you picked her, right? Like, you, all the women around, like, you picked her. Like, she was the one you wanted. Like, you both agreed on, like, the life you wanted to live. And so when it comes to making sure that mission continues to get fulfilled even after you're dead, like, she is the number one best person to fulfill it, not your brother. Your brother is in some ways probably less aligned with your missions than she is, because you didn't pick him, you picked her, right? So I would say that there's a lot more sense of partnership. Yes, the man's leading, but the woman is like his sort of second in command, and not just, you know, a cabin girl. Marvelous says, I think how men and women work used to be something you learn naturally without ever being told. This line got severed at some point, and now huge swaths of people are dysfunctional. I mean, yeah, I mean, to a large degree, when you look at how people have raised children, you know, today you will have people, they'll sort of like wag their finger at parents, and they'll be like, you got to teach them all these things. Well, to a large degree, I'm not sure that's how it ever went, right? So Patricia's is talking about arranged marriages, the norm, but they were consent. I mean, like, there have been periods of arranged marriages in Europe, obviously, but not all arranged marriages are the same. Like, arranged marriages in different parts of the world are very different. I mean, there is a very, like, there are parts of the world today where your family will go buy a woman from some other region. And it's simply not like how it's been in Europe, right? So I don't like the idea of splitting hairs and, like, saying, like, oh, well, you know, we had arranged marriages in Europe, and, like, you're tapping into an entire idea package. I'm trying to suggest that even when we've had arranged marriages, there's been important functions, important aspects of those marriages that aren't like the arranged marriages people think of in other parts of the world. But so about raising your kids. Through most of human history, I think people didn't, like, do a ton to instill certain values of their kids, because those values were so commonly shared around everyone. Like, if your kids were too young to work, but you know, to do very much in terms of helping you, but they were old enough where they could be slightly independent, like, you might kick them over to the neighbor's house or let them sort of wander through town a little bit, and that would be fine, and you would just sort of do it, because what are they going to experience in town? Well, they're going to experience the exact same culture you have at home, right? They're going to experience nothing outside of the norm of what you kind of care about and what you sort of think. The kids couldn't open their smartphones and be exposed to pornographic material, material that is very much against the culture that those people grew up in, right? Like, there are lots of kids in Western societies that can open up their phone and find anti-Western, anti-white stuff in it galore. But no one was able to do that. To a large... no one was able to do that at all 1,000 years ago. David says, there's a difference between arranged marriages and forced marriages. We had arranged marriages outside of Europe. They were forced. I mean, it's like... to some degree, like, arranged marriages, when they're not forced, is a misnomer. You see what I'm saying? Like, if you can fight against your arrangement, then it's not really arranged for you. It's a choice. Yeah.
Some rats from the tabloid.
Ferb says, why the last stream? So, I had American Krogan on stream today. This will be the last time he'll be showing up on my stream. And tomorrow will be my last stream in general. I'm going to be moving on to other things. Where am I going again? Magma Core. I'm doing Hazard 4 Magma Core. Patricia says it's arranged because you do not walk milly-nilly, which is like willy-nilly, through town approaching women you do not know. That is what arrangement is about. It's about how you meet. But we know in European history, some of the times you did meet the girl, and then you spoke to your family about arranging something, right? You might have not met through the thing. Especially if you lived, you know, right by each other. And you also, for a lot of those marriages, may have met even before you were, like, sexually developed. I mean... Ooh. See that there? Oh my gosh, this is a heck of a cave here, huh? Okay, I'm just gonna shoot right up to the thing. Get this over with. Uh-oh. What do I hear here? Oh! Get rid of this. Get rid of that. Terrain scanner. Helmet.
Coordinates transferred to the terrain scanner. Let's locate the rest of the equipment.
And here's a thing. Wow, this is incredibly close.
Requesting pump jack.
Pump jack launched. Stay clear from the impact zone.
Give me that air cube.
Down the hatch.
So this pistol here is, what is it? EPC? Experimental plasma charger, and it has this thing called a thin containment field.
Build it, Bosco.
Good for blowing stuff up. Oh my god, this cave. Okay. Alright, see what I can do here. See if I can just
First pump jack
get through
connected
this.
to refinery and ready to extract.
Where the heck? Look at this cave, man. At the end of the day, as far as the arranged thing, you know, what you have to understand is you're fighting with me over the word arranged, right? Like, when you say arranged marriage, everyone who we're talking to, everyone in normal society is thinking certain things. And you can fight with them that they're thinking the wrong things if you want. I'm inclined to just let them call that what they're thinking of an arranged marriage and remind them that there's a difference between our people and other people, rather than fight them over the word, right? What the heck? Oof.
Damn flares could need an upgrade.
Let's see if I can get this thing out of the wall here. Should be somewhere here. Oh, it's out of the ceiling. Where is it? Oh, man. I just don't think the argument that arranged marriages are good, actually, and everything you think about arranged marriages is actually forced marriage, and you need to start changing all your language and call it that instead of this, because this is more factually correct. Like, wow. You're really planning on losing that whole argument with all those people, huh?
Inventory is full.
I'm not gonna... I don't want to try and go that route personally.
Be gone!
Uh-oh. Oh, come on, you. Perfect. Where the heck are these other... Morkite wells? Let's go this. Okay. Let's see, how do I get down from here? Straight down. Okay. It's got to be like two of them together over here somewhere. Oh my god, it's so... Wow. This cave is huge. You know, here I was thinking I might be able to do this whole thing with no resupplies. Now this cave is just gigantic.
We need a pump jack here.
So there's one of them.
Stand clear. Pump jack inbound.
See if I can drill up here.
Connect the pipelines to the pump jack.
All right. And gotta be around here. I'm surprised to see this cave structure in this normal, like, sort of tube, this sort of cylinder in a tube cave structure. I don't see a lot in these missions, these on-site refining missions. Oh god. And I need to drill up at a shallow enough angle to get my pipe down here.
Let's get the pump jack connected and pumping.
A swarm is heading your way. Load up.
Okay, maybe I can turn now.
Incoming. Smoke him if you got him.
Alright. This is going to be a rough one. So I am on Hazard 4, but I think I should be able to do this. Ooh. Here we go. Also, definitely gonna need a resupply now at some point. How much? Okay. Need at least one resupply for this mission. Hello, Praetorian.
I'm wondering
Wave's almost over.
that moving dirt is the best way to make a living.
And
Take that! Pipe lead! Nope, the flares are recharging.
Red Devil says, which game was the most fun to rip into for your streams? I feel like each one had its sort of unique things going on, you know, in terms of ideas they were presenting. I feel like we had a couple really cool moments in Fallout New Vegas. You know, that one clip that I made about degeneracy, the concept of degeneracy. Oh. Okay, if I do thin containment field right here. And then curve it. Oh my god, please. No! See, now I got some crazy wiggle going on in my thing. Can I just do this?
Framework set. Pow!
Oh, come on, you. This sucks. What if I do this? I mean, I can't leave it there. But then I...
I'll be
Oh
dreaming
my
of
god.
pipes tonight.
This is awful. Life is Strange 1 was hilarious, says Knet. I'd say that was probably one of the more entertaining ones. You know, for as awful as some of the other ones were, like, Tell Me Why, Life is Strange had some pretty just sort of funny nonsense for us to go at in terms of, even when it wasn't, like, politically obnoxious, it was just culturally obnoxious. Like, it was, like, all these tropes about teen girls and, you know, drama and how tough my life is. You know, you're getting these, yeah, you know, she's getting these powers, and now we're using them to, like, improve our sort of awkward conversations with our teacher.
Activate construction
And
mode.
it's just like, wow. This, like, once, you know, I was saying, like, once this sort of power, sort of fantasy power comes about, you know, immediately I'm thinking, like, of all the ways I can impact and change the world in significant ways. And, like, the main character, the story doesn't consider any sort of broader impact in terms of what they can, how they can influence society until, like, a freak tornado shows up because of global warming to destroy her town. That's right. Global warming created a freak tornado, and now she's gonna save the town from this global warming tornado. And it was just sort of, wow. Wow. That's not the twist I was expecting. Okay, so I need... Oh, God.
Place the
Bam.
pickaxe. I'm stuck.
I need, how much nitra? I have almost 40 in the bank. I need 43. I have 28. What the heck? These things are coming out of the woodwork. Okay.
Yeah.
Get out of here, you. All the gossip, says Johnny 5K. Yeah.
Another pipeline established. You just need to set up one more, and then we can start the extraction sequence.
I need some nitra, and then I can go.
Ready to blow. I popped a loop bomb. Let's get them in.
There's a little bit of nitro. Oh, come on, you. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, I'm really good at this, I swear. I'm really good at this.
It burns. It burns.
Okay. I need just some nitro. You know what I should be doing? Well, shoot these loot bugs a little.
Inside every time I have to take out a
Bosco,
light it up.
start lighting things up for me. Oh, here's some.
Bosco, mine it.
How much do I need? Only a little more. Okay, I have enough. I have enough. Can I get up this way? I think I should be able to get up this way.
Hot, hot, hot.
Bunker up, team. Swarm incoming.
Nero says climate change gave him diabetes. Well, that's awful, Nero. I'm sorry to hear that. You know, I've been hearing a lot of that going around recently.
Best.
Diabetes from climate change. Very sad.
Swarm! I repeat, swarm! Supplies are on the way.
Alright, once I get refueled, because here's the thing. These are out of fuel. And I really need to dig a separate, maybe better tunnel for this last pump jack. And I want to get on it, so I'm going. 'Cause there's the pump jack over... No, there. That one. Gosh, this cave. Oh my goodness. Not liking the look of this either. Not liking the look of this. Oh well, we'll get it. Then now I've got this great tunnel, just freeze everything behind me.
Hang in there. The wave is almost dealt with. Dispatch whatever's left.
Look at this. Perfect little shooting gallery. Boom. Pressure's gone. That's a tough one. Then 45 degrees up this way. This is a little annoying. Digging into a thing that I already EPC'd earlier. Then we'll just come up this way. Oh yeah, the monkeypox. The monkeypox. I've been seeing some stuff about that on Twitter. I haven't been looking super close about the whole monkeypox situation, but it is. It's like one thing after another. You know, you got some of these people talking already, like, well, you know, luckily we were able to, you know, we'll be now that we've got everything good, you know, in terms of like all our COVID-related systems. Now we'll be ready to fight the monkeypox. I bet.
Ready
I bet.
to kill some more crates. Never felt better. Pipelines in place.
I'm just gonna build straight across this goofy thing. It's kind of gonna be in the way, maybe a little, but should be good.
Right here.
Can do that. Oh gosh, I'm sort of stuck. That's fine, I'll be unstuck now.
Pipes up.
Harbin says, I'm more worried about their reaction than anything. Well, that's what it's all about, right? It's about their reaction. It's not so much about what the disease is what they try to do, right?
This should work.
You know, I did see something interesting. So here in the United States,
Like riding a roller coaster.
there's been a long-standing sort of ban and restriction on blood donation from, what is it, SMM? Or sorry, MSM. So men who have sex with men, right? Just because the STD rate is so high among that group. So they have restrictions on blood donations from that group if they're sexually active, to try and preserve the quality of our blood supply, right? And we're now running into situations with the whole transgender thing and whatnot, where these people, men who have sex with men, who would normally be banned due to their likelihood of contaminating the blood supply, that they might not even be calling themselves men on the forms that they're filling out when donating their blood. Have you guys been seeing that? That seems a little wild. Oh, come on, you. So there's a flower floating here. It would normally be on a cliff, but this thing coming down knocked away whatever rock was holding it up.
None can stand before us. Explosives, pipes.
Yeah, so I mean, what's going to happen to the quality of the blood supply? I mean, at the end of the day, is the quality of the blood supply a secondary issue compared to being politically correct and hip to the latest gender developments? But yeah, I mean, there's been lots of fighting about the whole men who have sex with men blood donation thing, you know, like most major health organizations in the United States, like the Red Cross, have generally suggested that... Bosco, are you not building this anymore? What the heck's going on, Bosco? Why did you stop building this?
Bosco, buildings. I just love buildings.
There are a bunch of LGBT organizations that have suggested that all these restrictions need to go away.
Put up a few pipes, they say.
Most health-based organizations that I've seen have suggested that the limits could be reduced. Johnny 5K says, don't they test the blood before giving it to others? Yes, but the point is that this blood can be contaminated and it not test that way, right? The basic idea is that when a person has this infection present, they might not test positive for it, even though it is present, for a certain amount of time. Generally, like somewhere like 3 to 6 months. The current restriction is something more like a year. Like if you're a man who's had sex with a man within the last year, you're not allowed to give blood. Red Cross is saying more like, hey, we could make that 6 months. And then the certain LGBT groups are saying it's discriminatory. We need to make that right now, right? Immediately. No waiting. So there is a situation where you're given infected blood because someone lied about their behavior and who they are. And it doesn't test. It tests fine. At least right then. They maybe find out it's bad later. Okay.
Sequence at 25%.
Grab this.
All systems running at 100.
Gosh. Probably should have kept going down rather than coming back up here. Okay, there we go. I mean, you can see I am nearly dead. Get away for a little bit, start recharging the shield at least. Okay, okay, this pipe is fine, of course. The other two's.
Here I go.
Slot says, you're saying there's hesitation in the medical well-being community about distinguishing between these things? I've lost track of what exactly you're referring to. So, if you look at the debate over the last couple years, it has generally been the case that LGBT organizations have suggested that the restrictions on men who have sex with men, there are restrictions in place on them for donating blood should be removed, right? That's what these organizations are pushing for. And health organizations like the Red Cross have suggested that while the restrictions could be loosened, they don't have to be so strict, they shouldn't be removed, right? The restrictions should remain in place to protect the blood supply. Now we're having a problem where organizations that collect blood, rather than people filling out who they are and what they're doing on the application, may be presenting some other information, as in, oh, I'm not actually a man who has sex with men because I'm a woman, or my partner is a woman. And now we're running into a problem where, like, we've got the gender ideology confronting and meshing with the systems that we have in place to protect the blood supply.
Extraction is back up and running. Let's hope it stays that way. We got bugs, lots of them. Pump sequence at 50%.
All right. Oh my god, more acid spitters. These are the dangerous ones. You know, I haven't played Hazard 4 on stream in a while. Feels a lot more hectic than I'm used to, because I've been playing it on easy baby mode for so long. Boom.
Pump sequence at 75%. You're doing good.
And
The extraction has
you do
stopped.
that,
Pipeline
I'll
being
resupply,
maintained.
get my health back up, and then I'll help. Nope, that one's fine. Bosco,
So, fix it.
fix that. And we're definitely not doing the fossils.
Pipeline repaired, but other pipelines are still malfunctioning.
Oops.
Why do we even bother walking?
Alright. Last... This should probably be the last repair for this mission. Entire team is babies! Yeah, basically.
Fix the problem. Everything is running smoothly again. Incoming swarm. Show them your dwarves.
Is that what this one is? Dance of the Dreadnoughts, this particular song?
I'm off.
Okay.
Liquid Morkite quota met.
Freeze that guy,
Turn button
axe
on the
him,
refinery,
and
then
call the
reverse
drop pod.
orbit. We'll send in the drop pod to get you out.
Whew.
There it goes. to orbit with you.
Could grab another resupply here. Well, maybe once I've frozen that.
Stand your ground. Give no quarter.
That's a new voice line that they added. Stand your ground, give no quarter. Definitely didn't used to say that.
Cargo rocket is returning to orbit. We're sending in the drop pod to get you out. Hang tight.
Look at all these web spitters.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
Give me the axe back. Are we good? Okay, we are good. Okay, it is very far away. Oh my gosh. It's very far away. It's not near really any of
Drop
this.
pod departing in
Is it?
T-minus 3 minutes.
Whoop! There's a big cliff here? Yeah, it's a slope. It's a slope, so I can walk down it. As long as it's slightly... as long as it's a decline, no matter how steep it is, as long as it's not 90 degrees. Alright. Well. Oh, there's an earthquake and you slow down right here.
Leave no dwarf behind.
That's one for the books.
Well, that's about it for me today. Slot says he'll never experience a redemption arc from when he tried to rocket jump on stream. Well, there you go. Today was the last stream with the Krogan, and tomorrow will be just the last stream in general. For those of you who weren't around earlier, like, I'm going to be done streaming, and you're generally not going to see much of me in the future, right?
Well done.
You're not going to see gaming embargo, and you're not going to see much intellectual embargo at all either. Sort of going to be focused on some other things. If you follow my Telegram, I did post a thing there a little while ago. It was sort of some advice. Make sure that you don't get involved with certain feds who might want bad things to happen to you, right? There's going to be people out there who try and get you involved in certain conversations. It's important that you don't engage in those conversations, but it's also important that you tell those people to leave you alone. So definitely check that on my Telegram if you haven't seen that or heard that. It's just a recording. Will I be returning at some point? Probably not. What you're probably going to see from embargo is I did commit to Lovely Porridge to making a video on what is anti-whiteism, right? So you'll probably see in the next couple months that video be created and posted. You know, what is anti-whiteism? But other than that, I probably won't be around. You might see, if you follow me on Twitter, I might occasionally log into Twitter for posting a hot take. But yeah, you probably won't be around. Marvelous Dex with the Team Fortress 2 quote. Appreciate that. Nero says, hope you weren't threatened. No, I wasn't threatened. I mean, it's unfortunate the way things are. I wish they could be different. I wish a lot of things were different, ultimately. Life After Death says, will the channel stay up? I'm going to prune certain things from the channels. I want to leave them up, basically. Especially the good stuff. Johnny 5K says, embargo no like us. No, I like you guys. It's just that I need to not do all of this, and I need to do other things. I know, it's super, you know, insightful. You know, it'd be sort of neat if I could parlay what I'm doing and focus even more on all this into like a career sort of thing, but that's not happening. And if I'm not going to be able to turn this into a career sort of thing, I need to do less of this or just none of it, right? But that's about it. For those of you who want to play with me tomorrow, make sure you have me added on Steam. I'll link my Steam, and then we'll play some Deep Rock Galactic tomorrow. All right. Well, peace out, everybody. Have a good one.